You mute me for a minute. I'm joking. I'm joking. I can just listen to myself talking. I just like to be vocal, you know. I like to get the crowd hyped. I bet if there was a bunch of 21-year-old fangirls in the chat and I was singing Backstreet Boys, I bet they would be squealing. See, if that cuts off and it says 1-year-old instead of 21, because I don't know when it caught my voice, but I said 21-year-old, and that's going to sound weird now. I am 21. Yeah, but the people in the chat don't know. What if I change it to, you are a diamond, the one shining, I don't know. I could stick my microphone like in my ear and you could be co-commentating with me. If you had Discord, there wasn't any lag. Like, so you could see the stream live. What? Welcome back, Orbs. How are you doing? Fantastic. Oh yeah, Prime's good. I like Prime. My mum finished it. She loved it. She didn't like season 3, but it was weird. Oh, why am I talking about the 100? Fuck. Oh, let's just try and get that 100 sponsor, huh? That CW sponsor. No. Free advertisement. But welcome everybody to episode 54 of Ferocity. Who even needs breaks? I go for 50 hours. Let's just stream the whole season of Unmatched and Ferocity right now. Welcome to episode 54 of Ferocity, episode 351 as a whole. It's me, the one, the only, Mr. Nashtastic. I only see you, Orbs. So Orbs, you're automatically the best viewer in the chat right now. Okay, Sons is there as well. Nah, there's 10 people in here, but no one's talking. I don't know if they've refreshed the chat. I don't know if they. Oh, you rank 19, yeah. You've only been in the stream for 48 hours. That surprises me. I feel like you used to watch a lot live. Gumball's here. Zentrix is here. Jada Storm's here. Rick's here. Slow Cool's here. Vic's here. Hardline's here. Electrical Skateboard. Welcome, everybody. Hello, Zentrix. Hey, Soul. Not saying everybody's name in the chat. You should see Topher's hours. Topher's hours is like 4,000. No, wait. No, 400. Not 4,000. Jesus, that'd be like a year. Alright. I gotta get on track here, but welcome! There's a bit more emphasis, a bit more enthusiastic. To episode 54 of Ferocity, episode 351. Last job, we got Emergence in 3 hours. Dashing just confirmed the Emergence pay-per-view will be live in 3 hours' time. So let's get this underway as quick as possible with our undercard for this evening. I believe 3 singles matches. Without further ado, can't remember who's kicking off the undercard tonight. The debut of Victoria Extreme, taking on Akira Violet. She's been very, very vocal about her debut. Very vocal. Says she's going to be snapping spines. Says she doesn't want to waste any time. She wants to come right after those championships. She actually had a verbal back and forth with Alice Blake on Twitter before her debut, I believe a week or 2 ago. And she believes she can beat the entire roster, break the spines of the entire roster. Well, let's see if she can back that up. I want to apologize if any custom themes aren't 100% synced up on this stream. A lot of people upload. I got a little bit. How do I word it? I was feeling a little bit meh when I was recording this because everyone was up. Everyone's cores have in-game themes. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people's cores have in-game themes. and they wanted custom themes, and I added like an extra 45 minutes to the editing, and so I don't know if they're 100% sync. I feel like some people's victory music might not have a theme. It might just be the crowd noise. I don't know. I ended up getting really moody with with editing out people's themes. I was like, bah. You a big fan of Victoria Extreme, sons? But yeah, I just kind of started going. No, Amber doesn't. I forgive you, soul. There's a debuting chord, Topher. There's Mr. and Miss Extreme in the chat. Mr. Extreme debuting on NGW next week. But yeah, as I was saying, I got a little bit. I got moody. I got impatient with re-editing everyone's themes. And so some people's themes might just have crowd music. I don't know, I added like 45 minutes to the editing time, and I was just like, nah. Got annoyed. Like, normally it's for like 3 matches, and I can deal with that, but it was like 6. And I was just like, ah. But enough ranting. Thank you, Zentrix. Welcome. Our first match of the evening. First of 3 for tonight's undercard. Of course, our main card is, how do you say, stacked. Main event. Jade Divine takes on Angelina Hawkins. Jade Divine looking for some revenge after being submitted by Hawkins. In fact, that's her only singles loss since her return. Co-main event tag action. Quillo taking on Bad Company. Immediately a core and elbow tie-up as Victoria Extreme takes the arm of Akira Violet. I am liking this attire, though, by Victoria Extreme. There are a lot of great attires this year. Yeah, that come to mind. Kristen Page, Alice Blake, Quinn, Tiffany, this one here. Loads of them. 90% of these attires are great. Divine. Not many bad attires on the women's roster. In fact, I feel like I can't think of a bad attire. I kind of like them all this year. Obviously, the jobber cores are very plain. There's press. What's the problem, Orbs? Just send me a whisper. Hit me up. Whatever the problem is. I'm sure I can sort it out. Snap in the back of Miss Extreme into the mat. Akira Violet on that second rope. Miss Extreme gets drop kicked by Akira. Not the best of starts. Elbow to the face, countered by Miss Extreme. Great sidestep. Hasn't happened yet, Marty. The match has just started. August, the match is second. The prediction match, booked by Topher for winning predictions. Fireman's carry by Akira Violet. Now a spine buster by Akira. It's been Victoria Extreme who's been very vocal about taking everybody's spines. But so far, she's on the receiving end of some spinal damage. August Evans versus Danielle Ward. And then Quillo versus Bad Company. And that's knee to the face of Victoria Extreme. Yeah, sure thing, Orbs. That's fine. Now cranking on the leg of Victoria Extreme. So far, it's been all Akira Violet. But, I mean, Victoria Extreme looks like she's explosive. Looks like she's powerful. Don't want to counter out. She could be on the receiving end of a lot of damage and just out of nowhere completely turn the match around. Has Akira Violet up in the air. Knee to the forehead. Violet seems to be faster of the two. Wheelbarrow arm drag. Boot to the inner thigh. Winters is indeed returning against Alice Blake. First time matchup. Former Women's Intercontinental Champion taking on the current Women's Hardcore Champion. I'm interested to see how that match goes. Because, I don't know, Alice Blake has been cleared to wrestle tonight. But after being in the Rumble after putting herself through a table from the top rope, from the top of a ladder. I don't know if she's 100%. I'll be interested to see how that match goes between Amy Winters and Alice Blake. As Akira Violet looks for a submission. Victoria Extreme breaks out into the pin momentarily, but Akira Violet kicks out easily. And now, Victoria Extreme takes control. Snapmare. Side control, looking for a side headlock on Akira Violet. Back up to her feet. Side headlock is Akira Violet, letting her go. Irish whip by Victoria Extreme sends Akira Violet into the ropes. Pop-up right hook, and that was nasty. Right on the jaw. And now... Oh! Damn! Into the submission! Could you imagine if Akira Violet tapped this early? Taking a page out of the Alpha Females playbook. Calls this... Well, Fury calls this... the bottom line. You might see that tonight in the co-main event. Nice snapmare by Akira Violet to escape the submission. That terminating spike there by Victoria Extreme, dragging Akira Violet away from the ropes. Hooks the leg. Could that be it? 1, 2, 3. Victoria Extreme debuting in winning fashion to kick off today's episode of Ferocity. I'll be interested to see how she fares against the top tier competition in the division. Beating Akira Violet is one thing, but how will she fare against the upper echelon? You know, your Quinn Bells, your Alice Blakes, your Amber Briggs. As we move on to our second match, as booked by Topher for winning predictions, August Evans going one-on-one with Danielle Ward. In singles action, August Evans didn't do so well in the Women's Rumble. Came out, I believe, did she get an elimination and then got eliminated? I know she didn't last too long. It was either her or Selena Zinda who had the shortest Rumble time. No, it might have been Nancy Her who had the shortest Rumble time. I know she just straight up got eliminated by Shaw Barrett as soon as she came out. August Evans, though, I can see her being a potential future star. Certainly a unique look. Been very hit and miss so far, though. Certainly needs to pick up a few wins. Secure herself. It was 40. Secure herself a spot on the main card as we await Danielle Ward. Danielle Ward had a rough season. I don't think she's won a match. Maybe one match. Well, Quinn came out to Willow's theme. It was supposed to be Willow, but... well, I'll get to recapping that promo later on in the show. Tim LaFave versus August Evans. I'd see that. I'd watch that. Here we go, though. Second match of the evening. I don't see this one going on very long. I think August Evans is simply going to be too much for Danielle Ward. Victoria Extreme won the first one, sons. The newcomer picked up the victory. Corner elbow tie-up. Danielle Ward takes the back. I might stream some other stuff after Ferocity's finished, just until Emergence. Or I might stream when Emergence is live. I mean, people can watch that. Just want to stream some. I feel like streaming. Nice takedown by August Evans. Side control now. I don't even think I ever streamed UFC. Should I stream UFC? I'll stream UFC after this. with these created vixens. Nice neck breaker. Damn, Dynamic and Sons. Haven't seen them in a while. Long time since Ryan Kent and Marco Punish fought. Long time. 3 years. Stomp to the arm. Now stomp to the back of the head of August Evans. Off the ropes goes Danielle Ward. Enziguri to the back of the head. Now Danielle Ward on that second rope. You missed your debut, Mr. and Miss Extreme. Won in very dominant fashion. Marco Punish main evented in a 5-star match. You just missed it, Dynamic. On Unmatched. Drop to the back of the head of August Evans. August Evans looking to chop Danielle Ward down with a clothesline. Send her straight down to the mat. Now a stomp to the back of the leg of Danielle Ward. August looking to drag Danielle across the ring. In fact, I'll get this announcement out of the way right now. In 2 weeks' time, ladies and gentlemen, we will find out the #1 contender for Alice Blake's CMV Women's Hardcore Championship when Jasmine Crossings goes one-on-one with Tiffany Razor. Of course, Jasmine Crossings had a phenomenal performance inside the Royal Rumble. Picked up, I think, 3 or 4 eliminations. Now split from No Morality, looking for a fresh start. And what an opportunity it will be to have this #1 contenders match. And of course, Tiffany Razor gave Alice Blake a phenomenal one-on-one match a couple of months ago. And I'm looking forward to potentially seeing a rematch. This time for the belt. But we'll have to find out to see who wins between Jasmine Crossings and Tiffany Razor in 2 weeks. That will be the #1 contenders match to determine who faces Alice Blake. At Gridlock, and of course, adding a bit more fuel to the fire, it was Jasmine Crossings who actually eliminated Tiffany Razor from the Royal Rumble. So I'm sure Tiffany Razor will be excited at the thought of that matchup, excited at the thought of some revenge. Dynamic has Steel on this side. And Yarek Vasco. Haven't seen him in a few weeks. Steel, of course, had a title shot not too long ago. Dynamic doesn't like to acknowledge Steel in his sig, though, even though she's a former 2-time Women's Intercontinental Champion. Nice neck breaker here by Danielle Ward. Slow-paced matchup here. I was expecting August Evans to be far too much for Danielle Ward. I mean, that's to determine the challenger for Gridlock, Rick, not Implosion. Danielle Ward has August Evans in the corner. Couple of forearms to the back, elbow to the face. Irish whip sends Danielle Ward into that near left corner. Danielle Ward stunned against the corner. August Evans with an Irish whip across the ring. Danielle Ward stunned again. Drop kick! Implosion is 7 weeks away after this event. 2 more weeks after this event. Well, 2 more unmatched shows after this event before Blood Rush. And 3 more Ferocity shows after this event until Gridlock. And then 4 of each after Gridlock till Implosion. Michinoku driver into the pin. Could that be enough to pick up the victory over Danielle Ward? Yes, it will! Damn! August Evans picking up the victory here. I did think she'd be way too much for Danielle Ward, and she's certainly proven me right. August Evans with a victory. Let me build up another Kent brother, Dynamic. Think of Ryan Kent. As we now head into tonight's finale of the undercard. The underbelly of the main card. I can't remember what this match is, actually. That's why it just makes me a little bit more excited for it, because I can't remember who's fighting. Ah, Ali Vaziri versus the debuting Hazel O'Crate. Saudi Arabian competitor going one-on-one. Not quite sure where Hazel's from. Yeah, did you notice? I changed it. We're San Francisco. But when will Unmatched move out of Portland? Ali Vaziri, you do know. I don't know if people notice this, but she's actually only lost one singles match. Actually, has she lost a singles match? I know she lost a Fatal 4-Way in her main card debut. Lost a tag team match, but I don't believe Ali Vaziri has lost a singles match. At least not clean. He's the former Saudi Arabian militia member. Could be an implosion match dynamic. Anything could happen in implosion. Taking on the debuting Hazel O'Crate. Brian Kent is actually undefeated. No, wait, no, he lost the belt to Just Insane at Implosion. Hazel O'Crate. I really like this core, you know. One of Crizzy's best cores. Making her debut tonight against Ali Vaziri. I'm interested to see how Aya can deal with this weight disadvantage and height disadvantage. And I imagine power disadvantage. She'll definitely have the speed and the agility. But I'll be interested to see how Aya deals with the discrepancy. Although she did beat Sabra Abadi, who is quite a lot larger. Both get a double count out. Let's see how this debut goes, though. Ali Vaziri, Hazel O'Crate. This could be one hell of a barn burner, and the bell has been rung. What? That's not fat shaming. Size matters. That's why there's weight classes. Welcome to the stream, Brooklyn Prodigy. Headlock by Hazel O'Crate. Elbow to the back of the head. Oh, look at these moves by Hazel. Damn, clothesline. A stomp to the arm of Ali Vaziri. Driving Aya face first into the mat. Aya back to her feet, only to get caught in an overhand right. Aya could well be underestimating Hazel here. You can't underestimate any newcomers. We don't know how good they are. But so far, it's been all Hazel O'Crate. Ali Vaziri, though, will have that submission that she likes to utilize, and Hazel's got to watch out for that. Picking Aya up to her feet. Gonna put her up against that. No? Up against the corner head first. Slamming Aya head first against that top turnbuckle. Using the environment to her advantage. Ali Vaziri stumbling out the corner. Collapsing in the center of the ring. Gonna roll her over now. Has her seated. Boot to the midsection by Hazel O'Crate. Into the pin. One. Actually, I bet the name isn't that simple to pronounce. Chris's cores normally have hard names to pronounce, so I bet it's like Hazel O'Crate. Tell me, Chrissy, which one's right? Is it Crate or Create? Over the top rope, onto the apron. Damn. Aya hung up across that top rope. Sent face first into the mat. Using the power and the size advantage here is Hazel. Looking to pick Aya up to her feet. Goes for a scoop slam. Aya going to slip free. Stomp to the lower spine of Hazel. Aya going to turn her over, pick her up into a seated position. Certainly a back and forth match. It was all Hazel at the early goings, but now Aya is starting to pick up her offense. Nice snapmare by Aya Ali Vaziri. Yeah, I believe. Probably. Sunshine's busy for implosion, though. If you hate Click dynamic, Adams is free. Although he's not part of Click anymore. That ended. Hazel crate, though, with Aya on her shoulders. Terminating spike. Now working the arm. Looking to pick Aya up to her feet. Hazel crate has the head over her. Well, forearm smash. Now has her by the back of the head. What's Hazel looking for? Has Aya up against that middle rope. Damn, driving her head first. Get a bit of rope burn. Into the pin on Aya. Will that be enough? 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Oh, Hazel O'Crate. Looking to put this match to rest. Oh my God. Leaping tombstone. Staring in the eyes of Aya Ali Vaziri. She could well be unconscious. Hooking that leg. 1, 2, 3. And Hazel O'Crate debuts in a victorious fashion. You know, Aya Ali Vaziri won't be happy about that. But a win nonetheless for Hazel O'Crate here tonight. As we move into our main card. Yeah, just ask him, Dynamic. I'm sure he'll be fine with it. And he's got a couple unmatched scores that would be appearing at Ascendance. I won't spoil who they are, but yeah, I'm sure he won't be too upset if you ask him. And now, do you want me to play the intro? Because I will play the intro. Do not test me. Actually, I know I can't. I've still got the pay-per-view matches saved. Let's just play them. On to our main card. I still have the pay-per-view matches saved. And the return, by the way, of the Knockout Queens, former CMV Women's Tag Team former CMV Women's Tag Team Champions. The first ever. They never lost the belts. Name them all right now, Topher. I'm not going to confirm you. Well, I said multiple people. The Knockout Queens. Returning. First tag team match in a long time. They never actually lost the belt. Some could say they're still the lineal tag team champions. Never lost the belts. Returning to action tonight as they take on the first tag team champions that weren't the Knockout Queens. This will be Casey Wilson's last match without a face texture. And the face texture came out perfect. Can't wait for it. It was her 2K16 face texture, but I couldn't get to work on 2K17. But I finally did get it to work, so she'll have that next time she's booked. Jane Lucid and Casey Wilson were the tag champs after the Knockout Queens were removed as of injury, stripped from the belts. Thank you, Suntan. The Jada's match is the fourth match of the main card. Monster Goldman. This is the first match of the main card. Casey Wilson going to start against Deborah Cox. We never saw this match. Like I said, the Knockout Queens were injured, and we never actually saw them lose the belts. Yes, Hydro. Orbs. I know. Hopefully I didn't botch the cutscene like I did on Unmatched. Oh. On that second rope, drops the knees. Deborah Cox in control so far. As you would expect, I mean, like I said, you could argue that the Cox twins, the Knockout Queens, are arguably the best tag team in the division. They never lost their belts. They held the belts for the tied longest time on the Warsaw Pact. Shush, Bateman. That was an accident. Why'd you have to bring it up? It was a slip. Stop bringing it up. I messed up. I've been awake for like 24 hours. Exploder suplex by Casey. Shut up. Overhand right by Deborah. Back suplex. And another one. Bateman, I'm gonna ban you. Deborah Cox picking Casey Wilson up. Irish whip across the ring. Looking for that tag out to Michelle Cox, the other half of the Knockout Queens. Couple of elbows straight to the chin. Ah, see? Running Bulldog. Never count out Casey Wilson, that standing guillotine. Always put people to sleep. I mean, she's only been tapped out by the best, Quinn Bell. I think Quinn Bell might actually be the only one to have a submission win over and the Warsaw Pact. Oh no, they didn't beat her by submission. They beat her by funnel forearm. So yeah, I think Quinn might be the only one to ever submit Casey Wilson. Phenomenal submission artist. The old black belt in jiu-jitsu. Now a tag out to Deborah Cox, the other half of the Knockout Queens. Charges Jane Lucid down. You know, Jane Lucid was so emotional when they dropped the belt. She was crying in the ring. Felt as if she was the one to be blamed for not breaking up the pinfall. Of course, it was a tornado tag match at Infiltration. Tagging out now to Casey Wilson. The Canadian. Stop to the arm. Got Canadian and Australian on this team versus two Americans. See that variety? See the variety? Ferocity got people from all over the globe. We've got Japanese, Korean, American, Canadian, French, English. I've lost, Russian. Back suplex. Now an Irish whip by Casey Wilson sends Deborah Cox into that near right corner. Yes, and Welsh. Welsh! Irish. Oh, vintage! Wilson and Lucid, this big swing into the drop kick. Now a stomp to the back of the head. Jane Lucid on that second rope. So far, great tag team match. Nice drop kick by Jane Lucid. Lucid back to her feet. Deborah Cox, though, with the overhand right. Back suplex. Oh, no, wait, that's Deborah Cox's finisher. Jane Lucid could be in big trouble. Oh, wait. Deborah Cox! It's festing time! Jane Lucid's down. Into the pin. 1, 2. No, Lucid kicks out. Lucid able to kick out. Deborah Cox won't be happy about that. Orbs. Scousers are the best. I love that accent. I'm actually part Scouse. I take so much pride in that. Liverpool fan to the end. Right here. On the top rope. Michelle Cox. Elbow drop to the back. Oh! That big boot by Michelle Cox! Into the pin. 1, 2. Oh, Wilson breaks it up. Damn, that scissor kick to the back of the head. Into the pin. 1, 2, 3. And the Knockout Queens pick up the victory. You missed the announcement, Tiffany. In 2 weeks, Tiffany Razor will go one-on-one with the person who eliminated her from the Royal Rumble match to determine who faces Alice Blake at Gridlock for the Women's Hardcore Championship. If Alice Blake is still champ by then. Yeah, I'm part Scouser on my father's side. Love it. That's why I can do the accent so well. It's my favorite accent other than like Irish and maybe Australian. It's in my top 3 accents. Love it. What a victory. What a return for the Knockout Queens. So glad to have them back. The division needed them. We needed fresh challengers. Knockout Queens celebrating, as you would expect. Big win back. Confirming they're still potentially at the top of this division. Wait, what? Who the hell is this? I have never seen these competitors in my life. They're coming in the ring, attacking the former champs. Who the hell are these? What? Two people I've never heard of just ran in the ring, attacked the Knockout Queens. What? We need some development on that. I don't know who they are. 2 guys just came in here and took out the inaugural women's tag champs, and I don't understand why. I'm sure we'll find out more about that later on the show, but up next we have the singles return of Jasmine Crossings. We now know in 2 weeks' time she'll be taking on Tiffany Razor in a #1 contenders match for Alice Blake's Women's Hardcore Championship. Tonight, though, she faces Raquel Love. Did I say 2 guys? I didn't say 2 guys, did I? Raquel Love, though, looking to upset Jasmine Crossings here tonight. Jasmine Crossings did so damn well. Jasmine Crossings was an unexpected gem in that Women's Rumble, eliminating 5 people. 5! And I'm sure Tiffany Razor wants that match. Tiffany was eliminated from the Women's Rumble by Jasmine Crossings, and now we know they'll be facing each other in 2 weeks to determine who will be challenging Alice Blake next, if Alice Blake is still champ. I don't see why she wouldn't be, but in case she's not. here comes Jasmine Crossings. First time we've seen her, at least in a singles match, in some time. Took some time off while No Morality were kind of going through the motions. Brooklyn, we're pretty full on females right now, Brooklyn, but if you send me all the details and stuff, she could probably be added to the waiting list. We're pretty full. I've got about 80 of them right now. But I've had to decline a couple in recent memory. We've got quite a massive roster at the moment for women. I should probably have to go on the waiting list. But here we go. The bell has been rung. I could probably accept tag teams, though. Need some more tag teams. They might have to get booked. I'm getting word that those two people that just attacked the Knockout Queens go by the name of Ultra Carnage. Kelsey and Violet. Uppercut by Raquel Love. Interesting to see. Apparently, they'll be making their debut next week. The team of Ultra Carnage. Raking the back of Jasmine Crossings. Could you imagine if Jasmine lost here tonight? Despite having that #1 contenders match, she'll need all the momentum she can get. It's not about being hard to pair them up, though, because you can't pair up random people, you know. Wouldn't make sense. Maybe if the game does it, like if we get some of those in-game promos, it makes sense. But eye rake by Raquel Love. Now a headlock. Knee to the face. Irish whip by Raquel Love sends Jasmine Crossings into the ropes. Lufez press. Couple of rights straight on the chin of Jasmine Crossings. Raquel on the apron looking for that split. I think it's about 70, but still, you know what I mean. Like, it's just a lot. Cross body. Oh. We do have... Oh, when will WWE? I thought you said we. Oh, hello, Alvis. It's always nice to see you in here. Welcome, my friend. Nice snap suplex by Jasmine Crossings. Of course, Angelina Hawkins will have a rematch clause, so I'm sure Riley Dixon will be watching tonight's main event very closely, as Angelina Hawkins will be going one-on-one in her rematch clause at Gridlock. Slamming the back of the head of Raquel Love into the mat. Slow-paced, tentative matchup between these two. Neither competitor wants to losing momentum, of course. I believe this is Raquel's first match on the main card. Doesn't want to pick up the loss and head back down to the undercard. And Jasmine Crossings, first singles match since breaking away from No Morality, wants to kick it off fast-paced. And she needs the momentum ahead of that #1 contenders match in 2 weeks. Reverse DDT by Jasmine Crossings. Now a knee to the face, and now some knees to the upper body. Rifted, I just want to tell you, that Burger King promo, brilliant. I loved it. Oh, wait, but Jasmine from behind. Raquel doesn't know what's coming. Knee to the face. Clothesline by Jasmine Crossings. And now the pace just got amplified by 10. I wonder if we're going to see double crossed. Hanging her out to dry across that top rope. The Winters promo was good too, Sol. Don't think I'm forgetting you. Don't think I'm forgetting you, Sol. Oh! Jasmine Crossings! Looking for that submission! Will it be enough? Will Raquel tap here? No, Raquel able to slip free. Okay. Who are you, sir? Why are you the mod in my chat? I'm now looking to drive the head. Welcome to the stream, Jada Storm. Raquel Love throwing a tantrum. Boot to the back of the head of Jasmine Crossing. Looking to pick Jasmine up to one knee. Now back up to her feet. Raquel Love. Catches over a forearm. And another forearm. Of course, big debut tonight. Jada Storm, I think, might be the first person in the history of Ferocity to debut on the main card. Was in the Royal Rumble match. Lasted for almost half an hour. From number 15 till the final three, will be taking on a former women's champion in her debut in the form of Megan Cooper. A spine buster by Raquel Love. Oh, Raquel working the leg of Jasmine Crossings. And now Raquel Love looking to put down. Jasmine Crossings connects with a heel right across the face. Crossings down, lateral press. Uses the ropes as leverage. Come on, ref, you got to see that too. Only a 2 count. Now snap suplex by Jasmine Crossing. Sends Raquel across the ring. Jasmine taunting. Raquel trying to get back to her feet. Overhand right countered by Raquel with a nice elbow. Goes for a drop kick sidestep by Jasmine Crossings. Kick to the midsection. Crossings looking for that neck breaker. Speaking of Cooper, taking a page out of playbook. Except goes into the pin. Raquel in trouble. 1, 2, 3, and Crossings returns victorious ahead of our #1 contenders match in 2 weeks. What a victory for Jasmine Crossings. Putting down Raquel Love tonight on the main card. Tried to get the submission, was unsuccessful. But it was that neck breaker into the pin that got the job done for Jasmine Crossings tonight. Phenomenal performance, probably match of the night so far. I thought double cross was the Regal neck breaker. At least that's what it was last season. You're playing with my emotions. Playing with my emotions, Santan. The Regal cutter, maybe. I noticed that really long without neck breaker thing. My bad. But now, ladies and gentlemen... Oh, where's my Frosty thing? There we go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, time for match number 3 of tonight's contest. Well, technically match 6 if you include the undercard. Great show so far. Still a lot more to come, though. And let's get right into our third match of the evening. First match of the main card, I should say. Third match. Not third. The debut, or the Ferocity debut of Jada Storm. And this is a match I'm definitely looking forward to because I'm interested to see how she can keep up. Because not only is she's not just making her debut, she's being thrown right into the deep end against arguably one of the pound-for-pound greats in this women's division. Jada Storm came out number 15 in the Women's Rumble, made her debut, and she lasted until the final three, eliminated such names like Amber Briggs, almost eliminated Quinn, but Quinn was the one to eliminate her in the end. This is a huge spot to debut on. Not only is it a debut, but it's a debut against a former women's champion. A tough matchup, and I don't know what to expect. I didn't expect her to last for 30 minutes in the Rumble. So I'm not going to counter out against Cooper, but this is Megan Cooper we're talking about. This is the first ever Women's Undisputed Champion. The first person to unify the Women's and Vixen's Championship. This is actually Cooper's last match without a face texture because Aaron forced me at gunpoint to give her a face texture. So Cooper has a face texture next time she's booked. Aaron held a gun to my head and said, bitch, give her a face texture. So she does now. But not for this match. But Megan Cooper, the inaugural Women's Undisputed Champion, a former two-time Vixen's champion back on Fusion. Calls herself the Iron Maiden of Connecticut. A veteran of the women's division and one of the hardest women to put down. Her chin has been questionable since the steel match over a year ago, but she's still been able to remain on the upper card. Had a title shot not too long ago against Quinn Bell, I believe back at Unchained, and Quinn picked up the victory. But this is going to be one. I'm expecting fireworks here in our third match of the night. Bella's been rung. Jada Storm, Megan Cooper. Megan Cooper is straight out of the gate running STO. Looking to roll her over. Jada Storm, though, pushes Cooper away. Jada Storm may be new to CMV, but she is not a newcomer to wrestling. She is an independent superstar. Very experienced. Like I said, she lasted 30 minutes in that Women's Rumble. Only one other person managed that, and that was Jade Dynamite. Jada Storm ricocheting out of the far left corner. Jawbreaker by Jada Storm. Lufez press, dropping some bombs. Immediately going after the face of Megan Cooper, trying to rough her up. Jada Storm looking to leap to that top rope, looking to fly through the air. Wants Megan Cooper on her feet, though. Cooper stumbles up, and Jada flies. Sidestep, though, as Cooper. Cooper, a veteran in her own right. Been in CMV for some 3 years. Look at that reversal there by Jada Storm. Now a clothesline. Taking Megan Cooper off her feet. I'm expecting one hell of a match. Arguably match of the night. Maybe another contender for match of the year, even though this is only the first month of the new calendar year for CMV. Headlock. Jada Storm looking to set Cooper up across that top rope. What a win this would be. Never going to count out Megan Cooper, though. You can't count out Megan Cooper. She is the... I would say she's probably the most resilient core in the women's division. You can argue submissions have always been her downfall. Like Quinn put her to sleep, made her tap. But she's one of the most resilient. Hardest to put down. Definitely one of the hardest hitters. Into the pin. Single leg. One. Megan Cooper able to kick out. Goes for some elbows to the upper body, but Cooper able to recover. Big left straight on the face. Follow-away slam. Near enough launching Jada Storm out of the ring. Megan Cooper up on that second rope. Wants Jada Storm up. Will Jada Storm be able to sidestep like Cooper did? Cooper looking to fly. Axe handle to Jada. Now, beautiful double leg. Great showing of amateur wrestling here by Megan Cooper. Now has Jada by the head. Snap suplex. Oh, straight into the pin. Maybe trying to catch Jada Storm off guard, but only a count of 1. And Jada Storm able to kick out with ease. Looking to pick Jada up. Jada, though, with a Hurricane Rider to Cooper. Cooper in a seated position. Jada has her up on one knee. Kick to the midsection. Cooper up, but Jada has her by the head. Looking to perhaps set her up in the corner. Slamming her face first over the top turnbuckle. She knows she's going to take a lot to put down Cooper. Using the environment to her advantage. Trying to knock her out cold with those turnbuckle pads. Now a springboard splash by Jada Storm. Certainly been a back and forth match so far. Into the pin. Only for the count of 1 once again. It's going to take a lot to get the 2 count. Again, going for these elbows. But again, Cooper quick to recover. Like I said, the resiliency is there. A hard superstar to beat. DDT by Jada Storm. Seems to be just as quick. Maybe a bit quicker than Cooper. Cooper for sure going to have the weight advantage. More powerful. Jada Storm has Cooper in the corner. Boot to the midsection. Now a boot to the upper body. Crushing Cooper against that bottom turnbuckle. Now Jada has the hair of Cooper. Looking to throw her in the corner. Oh, again! Headbutting that top turnbuckle. Driving the head into the turnbuckle pad. Certainly going to make her dazed and confused again. Cooper going to collapse to the mat. Jada Storm exerting a lot of energy here early. Wants to give her some time to recover. Going to go for the pin. Make Cooper expend some energy. Only for the count of 1 once again. Jada Storm needs to take a moment. Get some stamina back. Again, goes for these elbows. This time able to connect with them. Jada Storm backing up. Far left corner. Looking to fly perhaps. Cooper down. Center of the ring. Jada Storm notices it. Wants Cooper on her feet. On that second rope. Perhaps looking to fly. Maybe Cooper won't be able to sidestep it this time. Oh! The athleticism by Jada Storm. Nice DDT. Very flamboyant. Very eccentric. Cooper, though, the ring veteran, rolls to the outside. Looks to recover. Jada Storm taunting. Feels the momentum in her favor. And now Cooper back in the ring. Misses the grapple. Jada Storm with the overhand right. Turning Cooper around. Running Bulldog by Jada Storm. Now another running Bulldog by Jada. So far, so good for Jada. But like I said, never count out Cooper. In her first title defense as Women Undisputed Champion, Samantha Steele was all over her, rocking her left and right with those rights. Hitting her with a couple of uppercuts. And all it took was that neck breaker into the roll-up. That size discrepancy is just too much for some people to kick out. Especially when you're tired. This play-by-play commentary here. Spinebuster by Cooper. Gumble, you watch UFC. Come on, I'm better than John Anik when it comes to play-by-play. This is that neck breaker I was talking about, though. That cross-arm neck breaker doesn't go for the pin. I guess respecting the resiliency of Jada Storm, but Megan Cooper doesn't care. Looking to take Jada Storm the long road home. Into the pin. Let's test the resiliency of Jada Storm here. Able to kick out. Jada Storm's resiliency on point. Jawbreaker by Jada Storm. Looking to stun Cooper momentarily. Now spinning neck breaker by Jada. Stop to the arm, turning Cooper around. Oh, Jada looking to work the submission. Like I said, Cooper's downfall over the past year or so has been submission. She's been susceptible to a submission. Cooper, though, has the power to power out of this one. Couple of elbows straight to the forehead of Jada Storm. Going to stun her momentarily. Now Cooper to get back to her feet. Needs to recharge. Cooper's an explosive competitor. Kind of comes at you in waves. There'll be in every Cooper match, there'll always be a time where you have the opportunity to take control, as long as you survive that onslaught. And Jada Storm with a right hook. Cooper stunned, dazed, potentially out of it. Jada Storm rolls her over, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Ah, Cooper kicks out. Both of them taking one big move out of each other's arsenal. Not enough to put them down, like I was saying. In every Cooper match, if you're able to survive that first onslaught, you're going to have some time in control. She explodes in waves. She needs some time to recover after she expends her energy. Could be a flawed game plan, but it's something you can't quite fix. Welcome to the stream, Chrissy. You missed the debut of Hazel O'Crate. Arm dragged by Megan Cooper into the pin on Jada Storm. Jada Storm so far put up one hell of a fight in her debut. Now a couple of elbows to the upper body of Jada Storm, giving her a taste of her own medicine. Cooper picking Jada up to her feet, kick to the gut. Tucking her head in between the legs, perhaps going for the power bomb here. Looking to run her across the ring for a buckle bomb. Bouncing out the corner. Well, you can't really question Jada Storm's resilience. She's lasted near enough 30 minutes in that Royal Rumble. Remember, 15 to the final 3. And this match, so far, been a phenomenal one-on-one contest. Certainly match of the night. And another kick out by Jada Storm. Couple of elbows to the forehead of the newcomer. A major upset, though, just based on CMV prestige. If Jada Storm picks up this victory. Sweeps the leg out from underneath, Megan Cooper. Jada Storm now looking to pick up the victory. Maybe catch Cooper off guard. Catch her tied with a pin. But only for the count of 2. As of right now, this is for sure match of the night. But we still got quite a few. Oh, yes, Crizzy. Leo Cruz got added to the banner, by the way. I promised Borton that if Leo won the Rumble, I'd add him to the banner, and so Topher did it. Arm dragged by Megan Cooper. Oh, what a right hand by Cooper, flooring Jada Storm. Certainly similar to the Benjamin Black match we saw earlier tonight. Oh, Cooper following up that right hook. Storm could be out of it. Again, doesn't go for the pin, respecting the resiliency of Jada Storm. Instead, looking for that deadlift. Oh, Megan Cooper. Once again, looking to take Jada the long road home. And I think this might be it. 1, 2, 3. What? Jada Storm kicked out of a second instance of the long road home. Holy sh! I'm not gonna swear. Damn! The heart! Spinning neck breaker again. I believe that's a signature maneuver. Into the pin. Will that be enough? Could you imagine? Only a 2 count. I got you hot after the match, Orbs. I'll give you a tweet. But Jada Storm with the right again. Cooper on Queer Street. Doesn't know where she is. Put face first. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. No. What will it take? This is like the Marco Punish Quantum match. Both of them kicking out of everything. As we get a tweet from that new tag team, Ultra Carnage, who debuted attacking the Knockout Queens. As we get Jada Storm going to the top rope, saying the renaissance of official CMV has begun. We'll be back next week to see what them 2 irrelevants we dropped in the middle of the ring are going to do about it. You'll be seeing a lot more of us in the coming weeks. And Jada Storm taunting the crowd, feeling confident in this matchup. What a match it's been. Match of the night so far, for sure. And Jada Storm now off the rope. Spike Hurricane Rana to Megan Cooper. Jada Storm certainly taking advantage of this lapse of energy Cooper has right now. She exploded in the early goings. And it's not helping her in the long term. If survived that opening onslaught, Cooper needs to come out with some sort of second win. There's a clothesline by Jada Storm. And a second clothesline by Jada Storm. Single leg drop kick has Cooper down on the back. Down on her back. And now Jada, again with his spinning neck breaker. Oh, the way Cooper's neck cracks there. Jada picks her right up again with... Oh, the right hook countered Cooper this time. The veteran instinct, but no! Jada countered as well. Beautiful fireman's carry. Cooper, you better be wary. Jada Storm scouted up Megan Cooper. Ah, Cooper again! And again with a neck breaker. What a match this is! Into the pin. 1, 2, and still a kick out. Wow! Cooper is furious. Cooper thought that was it. Cooper, I mean, you've got to think Cooper feels a bit disrespected not being in that Rumble match. Oh, now Jada reverses. Damn, this match. And now Jada again, that spinning neck breaker. This match has been phenomenal. What will it take to finish it? Gonna chop Cooper down, center of the ring, clothesline. Jada Storm picking Cooper up. Oh! I think there's a secondary into the pin. 1, 2. What? Oh my God! In her main card debut. I'm lost for words right now. Anything can happen in a CMV ring. What a match! Damn! Jada Storm has just shook up the women's division. Oh, it looks like Jada Storm being a good sport about it, helping Cooper up. Oh! Cooper! Cooper with a right hand to Jada Storm. What? Cooper just dropped Jada Storm with a right hand. Damn, Cooper didn't take that loss lightly. I'm sure Jada Storm is not happy about that right hand. Jada Storm tried to show a bit of respect after that match. And Cooper just dropped her. I guess Cooper really was pissed about not being in that Rumble. Congrats to Jada Storm, though, picking up a debut victory over a former Women's Undisputed Champion. What a match. Whew. That match almost took my soul. That was brilliant. Kudos. Up next, the return of the former Women's Intercontinental Champion, Amy Winters. Been out for a good 2 months now. Has not been happy that she's been out, but she was very vocal earlier on the show about how she feels those 2 months were stolen from her. And she's not happy. She's not the same Amy Winters we know and love. She says she's going to be living up more to her nickname, the Killer Queen. She's going to be a bit more brutal, a bit more... There's going to be a bit more severity in this stint upon returning. Of course, Josh Wolf was there, bedside in the hospital. Someone she's been close friends with for a good few years. I'm interested to see if Alice Blake is 100% though. I mean, you've got to for sure give kudos to Alice Blake. She competed in the Women's Royal Rumble match, lasted for about 8 minutes, which already takes something out of the gas tank. Then she defended her Women's Hardcore title in a brutal Women's Hardcore Championship match. Like, that might be spot of the year. Alice Blake dived off the top of a ladder, put herself through a table in order to hit Amber Briggs. I'm be interested to see if Alice Blake's 100%. I'm interested to see how that affects her performance. as she makes her way down to the ring with this new attire. Women's Hardcore Champion. She'll be finding out who she'll be defending against in 2 weeks' time when Jasmine Crossings and Tiffany Razor go one-on-one. Yeah, that's Soul's Core. I mean, Amber Briggs is also in action tonight. Can't forget about Briggs. Briggs took that bump. This is going to be one hell of a match, though. Amy Winters won Newcomer of the Year this year. Held the Women's Intercontinental Championship for 3.5 months. Came so close to breaking the record. And here we go. Bell has been rung. Amy Winters, Alice Blake. Sure to be one hell of a match. First time matchup between two potential future main eventers. I'm sure Alice Blake, though, she'll be hunting Lexan Damjan, who injured her. A tweet from the Russian Empress, who is in tonight's main event, says, "Oh, you're back," to Amy Winters. Kick to the back by Alice Blake. I mean, these two, in their own right, have put on some of the best matches we've seen over the past year. Like that Blake versus Briggs match was short and sweet. What happened in that match was brilliant. I mean, we had 2 tables break. Another Spike Hurricane Rana, this time countered. Amy Winters looking to pick Alice Blake up. This is a battle with the Blake Factor and the Killer Queen. Beautiful takedown there by Amy Winters. Kick to the back. I'm not sure. Alice Blake, I think, has only lost 1 singles match upon her return. No, I think, was it a triple threat? I always get this confused. I know she's only lost, I think, 1 or 2 matches upon her return to CMV. Great run so far. And I'm interested to see how she competes tonight. Like I said, after being through that kind of a match just less than a week ago. Straight right there by Amy Winters. And now taunting the downed Alice Blake. Irish whip. Beautiful sweep there by Blake. And then a roundhouse to follow. Alice Blake on that top rope, perhaps looking to fly through the air. Axe handle to Winters. Oh, that was a nasty knee. That could have her cold. Alice Blake certainly thinks so. Wow, not even a 1 count. Quick recovery by Winters. That time off is certainly will probably added a bit of a spring to her step. And she was one of the most booked cores at the top of the season. Rarely ever missed a show. Certainly needed that time off to recover. Had a few injuries riled up like that. Like the damage to her knee. Can't remember what it was. I know it wasn't an ACL. But it was something. I know it was mentioned in the promo. I can't remember the specifics. Knee driven into the back here by Alice Blake. Hyperextension, right. Snapmare by Winters. Winters, as I mentioned, a former women's hardcore champion. I mean, not hardcore. Women's IC. Former 2-time women's IC champion. Update that Sig Soul. Oh, vintage Blake. There's that forearm. Taking Winters off her feet. That pin Dawn Bryan. Will it do enough to put down Winters? Cracking her forehead with that forearm. But only for the count 2. Winters able to kick out. She is indeed a 2-time. Irish whip. Winters in that near right corner. Oh, Alice Blake looking to show off the Blake Factor. And that might be all she wrote. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Winters kicks out. I like that, Rifted. Drops a knee to the face of Winters. Uppercut by Winters, stunning Alice Blake momentarily. Kick to the midsection. Goes for a... Oh! Turned into a roll-up! Could that be enough? Trying to sneak the win over Blake. Only a 2 count. Blake kicks out. Amy Winters with a sit-out suplex slam. Shades of the OG Scott Norrie. I don't know if you're still watching, sons. Into the pin here. Will it be enough? No, it will not be. Oh, we saw Winters kick out the Blake Factor. Will we see Alice Blake kick out of the Killer Queen? Into the pin. 1, 2. Oh, yes, we will. Oh, Winters saying, look, it's all about me. Backhand to Blake. Forearm smash. Another forearm smash. Pele kick. Goes for a stomp. Alice Blake, the ring veteran, able to roll under that bottom rope and escape. But then gets caught in a headlock by Winters. Doesn't want to take another killer quick. Oh! Oh! A roll up! 1! Oh, 1 count. Now, look at the athleticism on show by Amy Winters. A tweet from Amber Briggs, who will be in action up next, saying, oh, look, the 2 women I hate the most in the ring together. Hope they kill each other. Damn, bit extreme. Going for some elbows, but Alice Blake slips free. Of course, Amber Briggs in action up next, taking on the current Women's Money in the Bank. Forearm smash. Oh, look at that beautiful chop. Woo! Oh, Blake! Get ready for another Killer Queen! Oh, if Winters goes into the pin now, she's buying Blake some time, dragging her away from the ropes, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Winters picks up the victory. What a match! And Winters able to pick up the W. Perhaps Alice Blake wasn't 100%. I guess we'll never know the full story. What do you mean, Echo? I assume you're talking to me. What a match, though, between Alice Blake and Amy Winters. What a victory. Winters returns in full force here tonight. Former Women's Intercontinental Champion. Pulling off the upset. I don't know if that is an upset. I'd say that's probably a pick and match. They both had even chances. Amy Winters returned, sending a message. Says she's going to be more ferocious. She certainly backed it up tonight. She beat Blake to the punch. As we now head into our tertiary main event. And I'm interested to see how this goes, because Amber Briggs, she said she wants to move up. And there's no better way to move up than beating the current Money in the Bank holder. So if Amber Briggs could pick up the victory here, that would be huge in her quest for the Women's Undisputed Championship. As we await the entrance of Kristen Page. Now, I don't know when the last time we saw this match was. I know Amber Briggs is one of the only people to kick out of Kristen's running knee. Here we go, Kristen Page. Making her way down the ramp. No! Briggs! Briggs! Not even given a chance for the match! You beat Kristen after a pre-match attack from Skarsimish, yes. No, wait, no, that was Dynamite. Yeah, you beat Kristen before. I think you're 1-on-1 with Kristen, Vic. I don't get any... Echo, you do know I have notifications off, right? Because I record, and I don't like to get the notifications on my screen. You should message me on Facebook. Clothesline by Briggs. I guess Briggs doesn't want to give Kristen the chance to have a match. Kristen had been attacked by Briggs before the matchup. Amber Briggs resorting to any sort of tactic to get the job done. Couple of elbows to the side of the head of Amber Briggs. Dropping her. Oh, but Amber going to push Kristen away. And I guess this match has been called off. I don't know if that's a DQ or what, but the officials deciding this match, I imagine this is going to get rescheduled. But Amber Briggs attacking Kristen Page before the match. Not allowing this match to go through. And I'm getting word right now through the earpiece that Amber Briggs versus Kristen Page will be rescheduled for the Gridlock pay-per-view in 4 weeks' time. Hopefully that time we'll see the match, because that's the match I'm looking forward to seeing. But now, co-main event. As a tweet comes in from Amy Winter saying, "Oh, it's the guy who I'd beat the hell out of. Didn't click that. I stopped living off past glories." But now, co-main event. Quillo taking on Bad Company. We heard from Quinn earlier on the night. Now, we saw Quinn in a limo being delivered to the... Well, not delivered. We saw Quinn in a limo. I would assume she's on her way to the arena. Yeah, that's what she said. She said she's on the way. She was explaining kind of what happened in the Royal Rumble match. If you recall, where number 38 was supposed to be Willow. Willow's theme hit the PA system, but Quinn came out. The people thought, oh, she probably attacked Willow. But Quinn was explaining, no, Willow missed a flight. She was just taking a spot like a true friend. And that tonight, Quillo were going to show the CMV Universe who the top team is in CMV by taking off the Women's Tag Team Champions, Bad Company. And here it is. Quillo now going to be making their way down. No! Where's Quinn? Quinn! No! This has got to be a game. Maybe Quinn's limo got stuck in traffic. This has got to be mind games. Quinn just leaving Willow to come out here and take on Bad Company 2-on-1? No way. Surely Quinn's just a little bit late. Surely she's going to show up. Quinn said they were on good terms. What does this mean for Quillo? Because Willow's out here alone. Bad Company I hear are in the gorilla position. No sign of Quinn. But here come Fury and Cassie Maverick, the current reigning defending Women's Tag Team Champions. New attires. The cowgirl on the right, the alpha female on the left. It's kind of paying homage to the OG tag teams of CMV, where one team had a big competitor, one team had a small competitor. Bad Company, of course, won the belts. At TakeOver, I'm sure the Warsaw Pact owed a rematch clause. As we get a tweet from Quinn saying, stuck in traffic, this is BS. So maybe they're not turning on each other. Well, Willow does seem to be happy about it. Maybe she's believing it. Maybe she just quickly checked her phone. As we get Cassie starting in the ring with Willow. Willow fighting, though. Taking Cassie off her feet. Damn, Suntan's not here to see Willow. Misses the right. Elbow. Overhand right. Boot to the back of the leg. Vintage Cassie going to work the legs. I'm sure Bad Company are glad to finally be Women's Tag Team Champions. They're upset for a long time that they've had such good seasons, such good careers on Ferocity, but not much to show for it. I'm sure they'll look to become the longest reigning Women's Tag Team Champions. We know there's already been a few matches got announced. For Implosion, the competitors in them will be announced over the coming weeks. But we have the second annual Laura Sampson Appreciation Battle Royal that's been announced. Of course, the winner of that is the first entrant in the Money in the Bank ladder match. We have the Women's Tag Team Turmoil match for the Women's Tag Team Championships been announced, second annual. A 6 Vixen ladder match for the Women's Hardcore Championship has been announced. No competitor has been announced for any of these matches yet. And, of course, 8-man television championship match for Unmatched has been announced. Again, no competitors confirmed. They'll be confirmed over the coming weeks in the build-up to Implosion. As Willow looks for an early submission on Cassie. Cassie and Fury, though, both have an excellent submission game. Don't expect them to be tapping out anytime soon. I mean, Fury did tap to Quinn I think twice in that match, but I don't recall the last time Cassie tapped out. Straight right by Cassie Maverick. Irish whip, there goes Willow, back over that bottom rope. Cassie gonna follow. What do you mean by owns? Do you mean me and dashing? If you mean shares, like cause, oh, okay, fair fuck. That's a mess. Cole Savage, Johnny Sampson, Thomas Sullivan, and Triple H. Oh, a kick down under. Can you tweet it again? Oh, my bad. My phone died. I'll load up Twitter. I'll load up Twitter after this match, Orbs. My phone died. Into the triangle choke, though, by Cassie Maverick. Wait, let me see what I can do. Cassie Maverick able to, Willow able to break free, slamming Cassie down to the mat. Now a neck breaker by Willow Knightley. Willow going to take a second to taunt. I don't know if you're in the right position to taunt, though, if you're Willow Knightley. I mean, you're in a 2-on-1 handicap. As a tweet came in from Alice Blake saying, no excuses for tonight's loss in CMV. Yeah, I may have not been 100%, but I'll be fighting to keep prestige on my title, even if I'm not 100, even if I'm 10%. I should be fully healed up by next week. And how about this time I put my title on the line? Damn! Alice Blake looking to do an open challenge for that Women's Hardcore Championship next week. That could be an interesting matchup. Cyborg owns, no, Cyborg with Cole Savage owns parts of CMV, but it's kind of Cole Savage that counts. I guess he partially does, but I just kind of put it under Cole Savage. Irish whip. Cassie Maverick. Oh, I think she could have been going for the cunt punt. Willow reversed it. Irish whip sends Cassie across the ring. Cassie reversed it. Willow in the corner now. Willow springs up, catches Cassie, driving Cassie head first into the mat. Interested to see who'll be challenging Alice Blake then next week. I'm sure the CMV Brass, the interim Ferocity general manager, will find an appropriate challenger. Oh, Willow. She don't care that it's a 2-on-1 handicap. She'll still be looking for a text message breakup. Driving that shin into the face. Into the pin. One arm, but Fury easily able to break that up because the numbers game is in full effect. Irish whip by Willow puts Cassie in that far right corner. Jawbreaker by Cassie Maverick. Kick to the midsection. And a neck breaker. Tagging out now to the alpha female. Former Vixens champ / Women's Undisputed champ. Former Intercontinental champ. Longest reigning Women's Intercontinental champ. And of course the current Women's Tag Team champion. Going to take Willow for a ride. What? Yes, it does, so. What? That's silly. Of course it does. Running Bulldog. I think it used to say that Dynamite resided in Boston. When we had ring announcers on. Back in the day. Australian that resides in Boston. Boston, Massachusetts. Oh, what a sweep there by Willow. Irish whip. Of course, there's a poll on the site right now. I guess whatever the outcome is after this stream, I'll go with to determine who main events next week's Ferocity. Jade Dynamite versus Amber Briggs, I believe, is winning the poll right now. And then Ali Cage versus Quinn Bell and Kristen Page versus Jade Divine tied in second. As Fury looks to take Willow Nightling to the wrong side of heaven. That would be an awesome rematch. Of course, last time we had Amber versus Jade. Amber won after a pre-match attack from Scars and Miss. Of course, Jade Dynamite to tap out first time. Look at this discus right hook. To the midsections, and now Fury looking to show Willow the bottom line. Trying to force that submission. Will Willow tap? Yes, she will, almost immediately. To the bottom line. I mean, you can book that match, Orbs. Next time when the Blood Rush pay-per-view comes around, just sign into CMVWrestling.com or just reply to the pay-per-view card on Twitter. Post your predictions for who you feel will win. If you get the most right, you will be able to book that match. If you don't know all the names, the card on the website, CMVWrestling.com, has all the details. Cassie Maverick and Fury, though, bad company. Yeah, Topher's had it on point. I think ever since his birthday, Topher's been unstoppable. But now, ladies and gentlemen, main event time up next. Jade Divine and Xena Hawkins, rematch for the ages. Of course, Jade Divine wants this rematch after she was forced to submit a couple weeks ago by Angelina Hawkins. I will from now on, Bateman. Out first now, the former Women's Intercontinental Champion. Lost her belt to Riley Dixon. We'll have a rematch, though, at Gridlock. Did have one successful defense. Angelina Hawkins, a former two-time Women's Intercontinental Champion, now the Empress of Russia. Certainly had an mainly up career, but certainly has had her ups and downs. I mean, she was the one to end Fury's unbeaten streak, forcing her to submit at Climb to Fame. No, no, it was the London event, right? No, yeah, Climb to Fame. No, Redemption Road, and then the Wheeler at Climb to Fame. But here comes America's sweetheart, the cheeky Japanese guy, and the current CMV Women's Undisputed Champion, has held the belt now since Oblivion. We don't know who our next defense will be, but I'm sure we'll find out over the coming weeks. Jade Divine, one of the most decorated females on the Ferocity roster. Some people would say she's the face of the women's division. She's certainly up there. For sure, there is no argument that she's in the top 3. Especially in the top 5. Here we go. Jade Divine. Angelina Hawkins. Coron elbow tie-up. Has the head. Straight out of the gate with a fisherman's neckbreaker. Looking for some revenge here. Looking to get revenge over the only person who's brought a defeat to Jade Divine's name. Or at least with her taking the decision. And I'd say until recently, I'd say Cena was still the face. I mean, he technically is. I mean, if Cena main evented next year, I don't think anyone would complain. I mean, people would complain, but like it would still do just as well. He could main event next year. They're trying to make Reigns their main guy, but I feel like Cena can still be their main guy. Though he keeps picking up losses. Angelina Hawkins, wearing out a different body part this time, going for the arm as opposed to the legs. Of course, what to me is so impressive about Angelina Hawkins is you know exactly what game plan she's going to bring to a match. She's going to bring to a match, look to work the legs before looking in a figure 4. Everybody she faces knows that. Everybody. But yet they still can't stop her from doing it. That's what's impressive to me. I personally don't think Seth has the look. I don't know. Something about Seth, I don't think he's the guy. He's like the... I'm trying to think of a comparison. He's like a top guy, but he's not the guy. At least he hasn't been booked like the guy. So I don't feel like he is the guy. Maybe that's why. Maybe he does have the look. But he doesn't feel like he's the guy. Because they don't push him like he's the guy. German son. No, just a takedown. Axe handle by Hawkins. Oh, vintage Hawkins wearing down the legs. You know her game plan. It's the same with Jade Divine, though. You know her game plan. You know Divine's game plan. She's going to throw her opponent into the corner. She's going to set her up on the top rope, hit that spider suplex, and then Divine arrow. Yet still, people just can't stop it. That's just how good Jade Divine is. It's the same with a lot of people. I'm not delusional enough to get the wrong instance of yaw. Nice stop to the leg. Divine giving Hawkins a taste of her own medicine. Irish whip. Super kick by Divine. Seth's not good enough on the mic to be the guy. Cross body. Jade Divine looking to pick Hawkins up to her feet. Snap suplex. axe handle. Thank you, Bateman. Divine has Hawkins up on that top rope. Hurricane Rana down to the mat. Going for a springboard shooting star press. Hawkins recovers. Oh, vintage Hawkins. Wearing down the legs. Twisting them, giving them the old bend. Divine's felt this pain before. Divine's felt the pain of the figure four. But Divine doesn't want to feel it again. Divine does not want to be forced to tap here. A shin breaker by Angelina Hawkins. Headlock by Hawkins. Oh, kick that down. That kick straight to the shin, followed by the chop block. Oh, no. I think I know what that means. Divine! No! Divine was forced to tap to this a few weeks ago. Will she tap again tonight? Divine in trouble. No, Divine powers out. The heart of the cheeky Japanese girl. And there's that big left. Hawkins stunned and confused. There's a cheeky German by the cheeky Japanese girl. Raising a fist. The crowd rallying behind her. Flying forearm. Flying forearm. Ducks underneath. There's the Pele kick. Irish whip going to send Hawkins into that far left corner. You know what's happening. Going to turn her around. Oh, no. Divine on that second rope, rolling through into the pin, trying to steal it. One. Ah, one count. Irish whip. Divine once again refusing to go for that spider suplex, mixing it up. Showing people more of her arsenal here. Nice Hurricane Rana. Once again, putting Hawkins in that near right corner this time. Oh, here we go. Divine's had enough. She's wasted enough time. But Hawkins with the elbow. Oh, went to grab a leg. Divine reversed it. Divine again trying to put Hawkins in the far left corner. Oh, no. Divine with Hawkins on the top rope. You know what's coming. A spider suplex. And the follow-up is here. The Divine. Oh, imploding 450. Now going to roll her over. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Oh, crucifix into the pin. 1. Jade Divine devoid of energy. Stomp to the lower back. Divine scaling the ropes up top. Looking to fly, but oh, Hawkins sees it coming. Doesn't want to get caught by that Divine arrow. Look at this swanton. Oh, again went to grab a leg. Oh my God, again, Hawkins. Oh, just working the leg. This is Joey, a big fan of Jade Divine. I sure can, Gumble. Probably read it during the match, actually. Wait a minute, but first, Jade Divine scouting up Hawkins, looking to put the rise in the rising sun. She knew she wasn't getting the Divine Arrow. 2, 3, and Jade Divine picks up the victory. As we get a tweet coming in from Ali Cage saying, would have loved to be there at Ferocity tonight, but a medical chat and some press stuff has been sidetracked. We'll be there next week to address the CMV universe. Of course, Ali Cage wins the first ever 40 Women's Royal Rumble match. But what a win for Jade Divine. Picking up the victory, recovering from that loss. Yeah, she put over Hawkins like 2 weeks ago, so for what? Hawkins tapped her out. Always winning. Always winning. But as always, this has been your boy, Mr. Nashtastic, with episode 54 of Ferocity. Episode 351 as a whole. I will see you next week. I'm thinking probably Wednesday because I'm working Monday, Tuesday. For Unmatched, and I don't know when Ferocity will be, maybe Thursday. But until then, have a wonderful day.